Hey, this is Adam Torres, and I'm here to tell you that it has never been easier to start your very own podcast. At Mission Matters, our goal is to amplify stories that matter. That means we want to help you start your podcast because your story matters. We can do this in 3 different ways. 1, join our podcast school and take a free or paid course. 2, visit our resources page where we've already figured out what you need, such as where to host your podcast. Or 3, heck, we can even do everything for you through our podcast agency, including editing for cheaper than you can do in-house. Oh, and no contract, service is month to month. Get started by heading over to missionmatters.com and click on Start a Podcast. All right, now let's get into the show. Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Business Podcast, your source for all things business. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Howard Prager on the line, and he's founder and president over at Advanced Learning Group, and he's also author of the upcoming book, Make Someone's Day. Howard, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Adam. I'm pleased to be here.
Oh, man, so great to have you on the show today, Howard, and I'm excited to get into the book that you're working on, Make Someone's Day, so we're going to get into that. But before we do, let's go a little bit further into what you're doing over at Advanced Learning Group. Tell us a little bit more about your company, please.
Great. Excellent. Thanks, Adam. I'm an executive coach. I'm specialized in stakeholder-centered coaching, which was created by Marshall Goldsmith. I'm also a leadership and business consultant, author, and speaker to a lot of team building and board work. So at the end of this, Howard, I'm going to give you the opportunity to leave contact information so that the people that are listening that want to connect and maybe want to inquire more about your business, Advanced Learning Group, can connect with you. That being said, I want to make sure the right individuals and or organizations do connect. What are typically a good fit to work with you and your team? Oh, that's a great question. So you gather, I do quite a bit of things. My background has been in talent development and executive education. So I think those 2 areas around talent development, and that includes coaching, that includes helping leaders and teams work and do better and perform better, those are part of probably my sweet spots.
That's awesome. And I think that's a great transition to. Let's dive right into this new book. So Make Someone's Day. First off, love the title. What's the inspiration for writing this book?
That's great. Let me tell you a quick story, Adam, and how I came up with it. So I was at the train station, an early morning commuter waiting for the train downtown. And a young woman came over with a petition on a clipboard and was asking people for signatures to put someone on the ballot for election. In Illinois, in order to be on a ballot, you need to get a certain number of signatures first on a petition. Well, I asked her who it was, and then I said, sure, I'm happy to sign, and saw that I was the first person to sign it. She looked up at me and exclaimed, "You made my day." I don't know how many people she was asking for signatures beforehand, if she'd been turned down or ignored. Was this the first time she ever done this? I don't know. But all it took was a simple act of signing my name on her petition, and that made her day. And in turn, it made me feel great when she said that I made her day. It made my day as well, and my mood for the commute and the whole day was totally different. I might have been feeling good, but this made me feel incredible. It wasn't thinking about what I did, it was remembering what she said. I could imagine how such a little action could have that type of impact on her and in return on me. And it raised my awareness. It got me thinking about how important it is in all our lives, especially in these crazy and frenetic times when everyone's focused on themselves and just trying to get through life. It said to me that the simple act of making someone's day needs to be shared and brought to a more conscious level. What if we could all strive to make someone's day every day? What if leaders adopted that philosophy? That's how this book was born, Adam.
Wow, what an amazing story. And I think what's interesting is that by that whole
multiplying effect of what's going to happen. You made her day. She expressed that to you, and now look, now you're out here and going to release this book that's going to teach many others. So that multiplying effect is just awesome. Obviously, I don't want to give it. We're not going to spoiler the book, but I do want to drum up some interest because I do love helping authors sell books. So can you give us a flavor of some of the content that's going to be in this book?
Yeah, that's great. There's a number of chapters, Adam, that I think people would enjoy. It's one of those books that you can pick up and you could read cover to cover, or you can just pick some chapters and kind of learn. And there's going to be lots of stories, exercises, and examples. So whether you're an extrovert or even an introvert, you could still make someone stay as an introvert. There's a chapter about that. You can make someone stay simply. Believe it or not, simply smiling at someone. If it's the right time, the right place, the right need, simply smiling can make someone stay. It could be that simple and spontaneous. It could also be something more involved, more complicated. So many people we know who like do things such as working in Habitat for Humanity or other great volunteer causes. You're certainly making someone stay. Then there's what's the neurological impact of it? How does this truly affect my brain? Why do I feel so good doing it? And then there's looking at how do I use it in business? How do I use it with my family? My gosh, we've got families. You mentioned to me your large family, Adam. We've all got families and we've all got these dynamics, right? Go back to when we were growing up. And yet how can we change those to really show who we are today? So there's lots of chapters and ways of using Make Someone's Day. And what I'd like to emphasize here is the importance of using it at work and how it can turn around an organization, a department, and a culture.
Man, that is well said, Howard. I love it. And I think the thought process behind this is awesome. And I'm looking forward to reading this. So this is great. So, Howard, that being said, if somebody is listening to this right now and they're and I know this is going to sound silly, but I got to ask it, they're struggling for ideas on how to make someone's day. What do you think is some of that low-hanging fruit? Like, what's something that somebody can do right now to just go out there and to just make a difference?
Oh, my gosh. It's so easy to do. So let me give you like a few quick examples of what they could do. And let me also first say, Adam, that's very situational, right? What works for me today or what I need today may not be what I need this afternoon or tomorrow. It might be different. So there's no one thing you can do. Other than kind of be an observer of life, observer of what people may need. So a smile can do wonders for somebody. If they're kind of feeling down or isolated or upset, just a simple smile, a thumbs up or making a comment online. Those factors can lead to tremendous impact on making someone's day. Recognition and appreciation. You know, it's been said that I'm trying to think. Merit's did a poll, and Merit's poll said that 12% of employees say don't get recognition that they do get recognition that's meaningful to them. 12%. That means that 88% of us do not get recognition that's meaningful. So just give some meaningful recognition. Find out what people want. So many times bosses are afraid of recognizing people or asking them what they want. Oh, they're going to want more money, or they're going to want more time off, or they're going to want a promotion. No, the majority of the time, people want simple things. I just want to maybe have more access to people or to data. I just want to present my results to the boss. I just want to work on some important projects. Those are the things that people want mostly. They're not asking for, sure, they're not going to turn down more money. Who would, right? I wouldn't. Would you turn down more money? Of course not. No, but that's not what most people are asking for from their jobs. They just want some recognition, some appreciation. So those things, being aware doing things that can impact others, such as a smile, a kind word. If you're online, a thumbs up or a comment, a positive comment works so well. And then if you're a boss, just think of ways of recognizing people in ways that make a difference. Can I share another story with you, Adam?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So everybody knows Campbell's soup, right? We all know Campbell's soup. We grew up with Campbell's soup. It's just like something that's part of our nature. Well, Campbell's soup actually ran into some really serious business problems. And a man by the name of Doug Conant became CEO. And he wrote a book called Touch Points that he credits with turning around that company. What did he do? What were those touch points? He wrote up to 250 notes every week to managers and staff throughout Campbell's, praising them for something they did. It was that simple. He made their day. If you got a note from Doug saying that you did something important for the company and he was noticing it, oh my God, did that make your day? And it's that simple to do.
Man, that's awesome, Howard. I love it. I love the story, and I love the thought process behind it. This is going to be an awesome book. So that being said, Howard, if somebody is listening to this and they want more information on Advanced Learning Group and how to work with you and your team, or to also keep up with the launch of the book, I mean, what's the best way for them to reach out and to connect with you?
Yeah, the best place, thanks, Adam. It's called advancedlearninggroup.com. There's no S, so advanced, ADVANCE learninggroup.com is the best place to find me. You can also email me, make it very simple, Howard at advancedlearninggroup.com. That's my email. I'm happy to speak, answer questions, and collect more stories. Maybe people listening today have stories or examples you'd like to share. Let's get this and share this with each other so that we can grow this whole practice of making someone's day. And Adam, you've made my day by inviting me to be on your podcast. So I thank you for that.
Come on, that's what we're doing. We're making days. I love it, Howard. Well, hey, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about your background and all the great stuff you're doing with Advanced Learning Group. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave a review in the Apple iTunes Store. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Business, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments in the video. Love to know what kind of projects and things that you're working on. And Howard, thanks again for coming on the show.
My pleasure. Thanks, Adam. Thanks, listeners out there, for tuning in.